DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the hizzy. Got a busy show today. I don't know if you know this, but little sports news happened. We had baseball games yesterday. Did you know there was 22 runs scored in the Cubs and the Reds game?
What a game of runs, honestly.
Interesting. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but Ja got paid.
He did.
KD wants out.
With Kyrie.
He wants to be with Kyrie.
Yeah, they want to go together.
I don't know if you're going to be able to move that $36 million
Right? That's so
in a
much
trade.
money,
And I hate
man.
to say this, but not going to happen. I don't think Sean Marks is that stupid. I don't think the Nets organization is that dumb. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's a Miami, it's a Phoenix, and it's a this or that or that. But, man, what about the Grizzlies? Remember Ja text yesterday? Remember what he said?
Sniper, easy money.
Easy money. But he's also called Easy Money Sniper. He's probably just giving a little bit of love now. I don't know. At first, when I saw it, I was like, Easy Money? Oh, my goodness, KD's coming here. And then we got the Jaren news. Dude had surgery at the worst time, did he not?
I really wonder when he got hurt if it was workouts or maybe a playoff game. That's the most interesting thing to me with that.
You think
That's
he could
crazy.
have been playing patty cake with
He
Jessica
could-
Rabbit?
It could have been playing patty cake.
You know what I'm saying? Things happen like that.
Oh, patty cake, not
yeah,
patty
like
cake.
patty cake.
Patty cake.
You know,
I got
I'm not
you.
saying it was with the cartoon. I'm just saying
Patty
sometimes.
cake.
Yeah, he was playing a little patty cake. Things happen out there in the world every once in a while. But no, I am kind of stoked. I don't know if you know this, but we have Hardwood because it feels so good. T-Money and Brasky are coming up in here. And we got Jay Ham at 11:30. We're going to wrap all things basketball, all things Memphis, all things whatever the heck we want to talk about. I don't know. Do you know if Jay gets high?
I don't know, John.
I don't either. We're going to have to ask him that because I love him 2-0. 3670 South Houston Levee Road, topicals, tinctures, edibles. By the way, do you know that a lot of people can't take edibles, I found out? It kind of like, it kicks them like a little bit too hard.
Kicks him in the behind.
Yeah, so if you have not eaten edibles or smoked before, maybe start off with like a moon rock, maybe a little flower, some THCO lifter. That'll kind of like ease you in to the hemp scene. 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. Shop Hemp 2.0, baby. Now, we got to get to a little American Football Conference preview, don't we?
Well, that's going to be that, John. That's all set up for the leadoff
the
today.
leadoff?
Oh, it's a big American Conference. I wish I had some sound to go with it, but it's yesterday was the Patty Cake 12 day, John. Speaking of Patty Cake, and today is all about the American Conference. We're going to rap about Houston. We can rap about Central Florida, and last but not least, John, we can rap about the Memphis Tigers. And
One, you don't rap.
I don't rap.
You have like no game. Like you are the straight up.
You said you complimented my rap music taste on Grind Time the
Oh,
other
no,
day,
no.
though.
You know rap music, but you're a really bad singer.
Oh, that's
You have
fair
a good
enough.
voice.
Not a
and you
singing
don't have
voice,
any
though.
rhythm, and you can't dance. You know what I'm saying?
I was actually in the band in high school, John, so I have some rhythm.
No way. Okay, so
I
what did you
played-
play?
I played percussion, but I played
wait, the trumpet.
no, I played percussion, and
What's
I know how to play the
percussion?
drum set, and I also
Did you just say you know how to play the drum set? Is it called the drum set?
well the drum
like
set.
the Facebook,
well, like
the Twitter.
Well, percussion encompasses all kinds of drums, but I also know how to play the set. But John, I took piano lessons from when I was 3 until I graduated high school.
I can't believe you didn't play the trumpet. Remember
No.
that show where the girl stuck the trumpet up her keister?
What would you have played if you played an instrument in the band, John? The
If I played an
clarinet,
instrument?
trumpet.
No,
Tuba.
man. I would have probably played like the saxophone. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
a cool instrument.
Looking pimp out there, playing like pushing my fingers, doing all kinds
Little
of things.
smooth jazz.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but they're talking about UCLA and USC. They're not just talking about it. Looks
They're
like
gone.
they're moving to the Big Ten. So it seems like there's going to be two super conferences, the SEC, the Big Ten. Big Ten's got a huge market. They go all the way from everywhere in their grandmother, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, everywhere in between. The ACC better convince Notre Dame to join them, or just people are going to forget about the ACC. The Big 12 has already gone to trash. Hey, let's go take some American football teams and put them in the Big 12. We're losing Texas and Oklahoma. I don't know if you know this, but, man, that Houston's a good get, isn't it? Like
The
hey,
Cougs.
who cares about the Longhorns and Arch Manning?
I thought you loved Cougars.
I love Cougars. I do love Cougars. I don't know if you know this, but I don't know many guys out there who don't like Cougars, except for maybe their husbands.
Or children.
Their children. You know what, man? I don't want to bring the kids in, remember?
That's right. Family show.
I just want to make sure that everybody, keeps this thing on the up and up. But USC and UCLA actually joining the Big Ten is kind of interesting because you know what's so think about this. You're in Newark, New Jersey.
Rutgers.
You got to fly out to USC or UCLA. Do you know how far that is?
Across the entire country, but how far literally is it?
2,448 miles, man.
Wow. For the non-money sports, that might be a haul.
For the non-money sports,
you know what I mean, like swimming.
But let me just explain to you that we are in America still.
It's the U.S. of A.
Don't they love that thing called trickle-down economics in this country? The rich are just sprinkling a little fairy dust on us. Here's a little bit of my gold crust.
So they can
while holding the big nugget.
So they can probably afford charters for the non-money sports.
Think about the TV markets we're talking about: New York, Chicago, L.A. They're going to get, man, this UCLA USC deal is probably worth $100 million just adding those junts. So therefore, if you get an extra hundo meal, is that what we call it?
Yes.
Hundo meal. That sounds like malto meal, wheat cereal I ate as a kid. It was disgusting.
Really? But you got a lot of wheat. Not that sugary stuff.
No, because I put a ton of sugar, butter.
Oh, you put sugar
milk
on
in it.
Did you eat oatmeal or just the wheat cereal?
No, I eat some oatmeal, man, back in the day. I haven't eaten any of that stuff since I was a
It's
kid.
good for you, John. You should eat more oatmeal.
I don't know if you know, but I actually eat healthy.
Yeah, I know. You have those fruit smoothies you bring in that also have green things in them.
Yeah, man.
Like salad and stuff.
No, it does not have salad.
Spinach.
And chard and kale.
Kale's
Chia
good.
Seed,
I like
blueberry,
kale.
Strawberries, banana, a little bit of yogurt on that joint. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Because you know why? If you drink as much Tito's as I do, you're going to have to also help your body with a little bit of nutrients. But anyway, back to the Big Ten for two shakes of a lamb's tail. Big Ten is getting big, but my question is, are you scared of the Illini or the Hoosiers? Indiana's trash.
That's where Connor goes to school, John.
Sorry, Colin.
No.
I mean, sorry, Connor. What about Iowa? They do the same thing every year. Oh, we play really good defense.
My dad's from Iowa. You've been
By the
mean
way,
to Connor
I love
my
Bill,
dad.
but I like your dad. I like your dad more
He's
than you.
a good guy, but thank you. Yeah.
He has better hair than you do.
Much
How
better
can
hair.
your dad have more hair on his head than you do?
And he's in his late 60s, let's say mid-60s, and doesn't have any
He
gray
looks
hair.
like he's like 40 years old. Me and him could go out, but he's married to your mother, so I wouldn't do that.
I look older than he does.
You do look older than he does. But you know what? You're the most mature kid I've ever seen in my life. You know?
I appreciate that, John. That can't be true.
So, are you scared of Nebraska? And by the way, again, Nebraska in the Big Ten still makes me want to vomit. I hate the fact Nebraska.
That's a Big 12 school, John.
It is a Big 12 school. They need to stay in the Big 12. Missouri, go back to the Big 12 too.
Do you think Nebraska can? We haven't done the Big 10 preview yet. We could do that in later weeks. But do you think Nebraska can actually make a jump and be better in football in the Big 10?
No,
I don't think.
I don't think Tommy Frazier's walking through that door. All right. I know Lawrence Phillips is a bad man. Lawrence Phillips ain't running the football no more or throwing women off the second story. He was a bad guy, but he was a hell of a running back.
He was.
Kind of like, you know what, Lawrence Phillips, O.J. Simpson.
O.J. had a better career, though.
But O.J. does have a better Twitter account.
Hello, Twitter world.
Hello, Twitter world. You know, it's kind of almost like, what is it? Time heals. No, it really doesn't.
No, not those wounds.
It's not. It does not. No, it does not. By the way, let's be honest. Northwestern, they have to have the smart school in there. That's ridiculous. Purdue, Drew Brees ain't walking through that door.
Who was the coach that coached in the
Tiller?
No, the guy that played quarterback in the XFL and is now a coach. Is he the coach at Purdue now? Don't worry about it, John. I only halfway know what I'm talking about. Back to you, John. But you're right, though. The Big Ten is not it's not as scary a league as the SEC adding Oklahoma and Texas.
Hold on, just time out. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Are you talking about Jeff Brom?
Jeff Brom,
head
thank you, John.
Football coach.
Yeah,
for Purdue.
I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah.
But he is walking through the door, but not as a quarterback.
No, he is not. Rutgers. Did you know that they're in the Big Ten? Oh,
They
yes,
were-
because I told you about Newark, New Jersey.
4-win team last year, 3 league wins. Me and Connor read their Phil Steele page the other day because I thought Rutgers was sneaky good last year. It turns out, Sean, they were not sneaky good last year. But they covered a lot.
You know what?
And beat Indiana.
Do you want a winning football team or a team that puts money in your pocket?
That's right.
901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. University of Memphis. Would you care if they won the American, or would you care more if they covered every single game?
That's a great. I think you might be split. You might be split down the middle on that one.
Yeah, and for you non-gamblers, do not jump in this question because it has
Well, they have
nothing to do with
They
you.
have to, so we get a good gauge
Well,
of
if
the
you
public.
don't gamble, all you're going to be out there is holding your
Yeah,
pom-pom.
rah with pom poms. That's
Putting
right.
a little bitty tiger uniform on your baby.
But John,
I've
those
also
girls
figured
grow
out-
up to be cheerleaders like your daughter.
Yes, but my daughter goes to Ole Miss, brah. She's a cheerleader
Hottie-
at Ole Miss.
hottie toddy.
Hottie toddy. But, man, this whole Big Ten thing coming in a super conference, it just makes me feel like, do you remember when Mike Oresco used to talk about, oh, man, we got the Power 6.
P6.
P6, dog. You know, the Americans like we're right there. We're just like nipping at the heels of the patty cake 12. Big 12 who couldn't even live up to their number. Finally, kind of about to.
You think it's still the 6th major conference, John?
No, I don't think there's still the 6th major conference. I don't know if you know who. Did you
I'm not sure
notice-
they ever were.
Do you know who's leaving the American?
Houston.
Yes, who else?
Cincinnati.
And who else? One more.
UCF.
You got it. You even said UCF. I didn't think you could get it.
I said Central Florida earlier, but you got to keep people guessing,
Do you know? Do you have any idea what UCF's
mascot?
Yeah,
Not Scarlet Knights.
They're not
that's what-
Scarlet.
They're the Knights, though, right?
they are the Knights. They are the Knights. Now, I don't know if you know this. Did you know yesterday somebody got mad at me? I'm colorblind.
That's right.
And by the way, just so you know this.
What is green blue? Is that the one you have
No,
trouble
I'm
with?
I'm red green.
Red green. Okay.
So, I can't tell colors very well. You know, Christmas is a complete blur.
Is that right?
Point is, like yesterday, remember I said, what is USC's colors? Burgundy or something?
That's right. I heard Darian talking to you about
Burgundy and gold.
and I agreed with you.
And some dude called in and he was so pissed. He was like, no, it's maroon and gold. What's the difference in maroon and burgundy?
That's what I say, John. It's the same.
Does
You're
anybody
fine.
know this, honestly, that has color, like eyes? Are you colorblind?
I'm not colorblind, but they're the same to me too.
They
And,
really
and
are?
Connor also agrees they're the same too. So you were fine, John.
I got two, 20-year-olds telling me that, and I'm colorblind, that, they're the same.
We're giving you 4 thumbs up in here, John.
I will have to say, my buddy Jay Ham's looking at me going, I think these guys been smoking a little hippie lettuce before they got into work. But no, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. Again, we have tons of basketball news. NBA free agency started yesterday, but it feels like it's on that little stall pattern because of this one guy named Kevin Durant.
That's right.
Everybody's looking at the Nets. Yes, now Jalen Brunson went to New York. Duh. Do you know who Jalen Brunson's dad is? No.
He was hired by the Knicks.
His daddy is hired by the Knicks. Do you know who Jalen Brunson's agent is?
Actually, no, I don't.
Sam Rose. Do you know who the head of the front office is for the Knicks?
Sam Rose's dad, right?
Leon Rose.
Uh-huh.
So you got a bunch of daddies and kids hanging out. When did dads and kids start wanting to hang out together?
I've never seen that in the NBA before. You're right. That's a college thing usually.
Yeah, it's like a little college
DeJuan
action.
Wagner, for instance.
D-Wag. Man, missed them days when he missed those free throws, and I was sitting right there.
Great player, though, man.
Yeah, man, but that was hard. You know what it was like being a Memphis fan back then when you were young and stupid?
Whose free throws hurt you more? What was his name? Darius Washington or DeJuan Wagner?
DeJuan Wagner's. D-Wash. Yeah, I don't even care.
That was to beat Louisville, right, in the conference championship?
Man, how do you have this memory?
I don't think it was the conference
I
championship,
thought you
actually.
smoked hippie lettuce.
No, John, I don't.
You don't? Are you
Mm-mm.
sure?
Yeah.
Is it because your mom's listening?
No.
Okay. You really don't, do you?
Nope.
Me neither. I think it's just Jay Ham. But we got a busy show, and I have to remind you, we're about to get in the box. And I don't know how. Do you know how you get in the box?
How, John?
Well, you drink a lot of Tito's. Man, Tito's puts you in just a different level. It just makes you smile. Did you know Tito's is gluten-free? I found out that gluten stays in your body for like a month.
It does.
So if you drink Tito's, it has no gluten, so it ain't staying in your body. You just kind of let it all out. Comes out your pores a little bit. Maybe use the restroom a little more than often. But you know what? You feel ripe as rain. Because Tito's, it just makes you smile. What happens if life hands you lemons? Well, you make a lemon drop. You make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka, crafted and distilled right here in the United States, down in Austin, Texas. Tito Beverage came up with the recipe. He stills it, which is a rare thing on the vodka scene. Copper pots, the old school method. A lot of people just take potatoes. We don't want no potato vodka. We want corn vodka, so it's naturally gluten-free. We don't want wheat vodka either. All we want is corn vodka, and the best corn vodka is made right in the United States, and it is Tito's. Slightly sweet black pepper note balances everything out. It doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or you're drinking it neat. It was in the conference championship game. It was huge. My buddy Bob Rowan, by the way, shout out, Bob. Hope you and your family are going to have a wonderful 4th of July. Very, very, very nice guy. And, yes, that was very painful. D-Wag did miss it. D-Wash missed that jaunt.
Tough game.
It was bad. D-Wash
one
missed that jaunt.
One of my college coaches was on staff for Louisville for that team. I don't think anyone cares about that stat.
I don't either.
But okay.
But I want you to know this. I'm in the box. Holy cow, you actually did something right.
I was ready, John. Even though you threw me off, I was ready for that one. How about that?
I didn't.
John, it's American Football Preview Day. We just talked a lot about the American, John. This is going to be a fun league this year, John. And let's start here with Cincinnati, the Bearcats. Go Cats, John. UC. Cincinnati will regress. ... But how much?
Let's just say, I don't know if you know this. Do you remember their quarterback?
Rattler.
No, dude. Spencer Rattler played at Oklahoma, and now he's over there at what's the school out?
Ritter. I was starting with an R, and it had two consonants in the middle.
Spencer Rattler is now playing over at South Carolina. He's a Gamecock. Peacock. They're not peacocks, but
no,
he is a Gamecock.
I know, no, but you can't say what they actually are.
Yeah. Well, we can say they're Gamecocks.
They're Gamecocks.
You know what a Gamecock
Go
is?
Cox.
Go Cox.
But John, it's Ritter.
Yes, he's gone.
Desmond Ritter.
Do you know who the best cornerback in football was?
That I can't even venture a guess.
Played for Cincinnati. He's in the National Football League. Do you know how many people they lost from that amazing football team that made it all the way to the, what is it you would call?
Final Four is what I call it.
I hate calling it the
I'm a
Final
basketball
Four.
guy.
Yeah, you know what?
The CFP. I hate the CFP too. The College
CFP
Football Playoff.
College Football Playoffs. It's really not a playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you're right. I think Cincinnati's going to fall pretty hard. They're going to fall. But I hate to say this. They're probably still going to be the best football team in this conference, which is not saying a whole lot. Now, do I have mad respect for Memphis? Yes. But Luke Fickell, no offense, he's a better coach. Let's just be honest here. Luke Fickell is a great coach. They have also one of the best offensive line additions in LSU transfer, Corey Kiner. They brought in a whole bunch of things. I don't know if you know this, but you lose a whole lot. And because of the transfer portal, you don't have to go get high school kids. Cincinnati's been all up in that transfer portal. They brought all kinds of people. Did you know they beat Arkansas last year in week 1?
Really?
Yeah, they went 12-0 in the regular season and made it. So I think Cincinnati is still going to be the creme de la creme. But I think Dana Holgorsen, in his 3rd year at Houston, I think they're going to be right there. They got running back Alton McCaskey gone, but they bring in, guess what? A transfer from where? USC. Do you know Tashawn Henry?
I don't know.
He was one of the top running backs coming out of high school, went to USC, tore his ACL, bad things happened, but now he's rocking and rolling.
John, I'm also seeing that they have a guy transferring in from Eastern Michigan, play quarterback named Ben Bryant, threw for over 3,000 yards last year.
Well, congratulations.
How about that? That's a big reload there after losing Desmond Ridder, isn't it?
And I think Central Florida, yeah, it is a big deal.
Oh, wait. I'll ask you Central Florida. You want it next?
I want to go to Central Florida real quick because I just want to say this about Central Florida. Gus Malzahn has been a bad coach since I can remember.
The Gus Bus.
And the Gus Bus is going to do nothing but take Central Florida down. Once they get to the Big 12, they're going to have to get rid of Gus Malzahn because I don't think you can have a bad coach coaching in the Big 12, can you?
I don't think they allow it, John. Except for Cliff, but now he's an NFL coach, so it turned out he wasn't bad.
Do you like Rhett Lashley at SMU?
Sure.
What do you mean? You don't know who Rhett Lashley is? He's
I don't
coach at SMU.
I don't really have much of an opinion on Rhett Lashley.
East Carolina, what do you think about them?
Is it?
They were 7-5 last season.
Isn't it his first year? Wait, John, you have to let me ask the questions.
Okay, go ahead and ask a question.
John, is it top 15 time in Houston?
No.
So you don't trust the Red Bull swilling Dana Holgerson?
I love Dana because
He loves
he's
Red
the
Bull.
only person that I know that has 2 pieces of hair on his head, grows them long enough to try to do a comb over.
Big comb over guy.
Why doesn't he just go buy a Merkin? Do you know what a Merkin is?
I do, John. We talked about it.
Okay, I'm just saying. My man Jay Ham, I'm going to have to teach him what a Merkin is. I don't think Jay knows what a Merkin is. Do you know what a Merkin is, Jay? Just give me a nod. He does not.
I don't blame him, John. I don't think most people would.
901-360-8255. If you know what a Merkin is off the top of your head, text it in, and the winner will feel like a genius.
John,
because I don't have anything to give away today, do I?
I don't think so. Mark Schlabach at ESPN, though, said
It's
that...
Schlabach.
Whatever. John, he said that he had Houston at 13th on his early top 25. Do you think that's too high, John?
Yeah, because I still think Cincinnati's going to be better than Houston. So, yeah, I think it's definitely too high. In fact, I wouldn't have an American team in the top 25.
Wow.
Woo-wee. By the way, we got a text coming in. Who are we taking in the first game? Cubs or the Red Sox?
I haven't done it yet, John. I'll do it right after this.
You haven't done it yet?
One more question before we go to break here. Has Memphis shaken a case of the blahs, John, and can they get back to contention?
In football?
In football.
Yeah, sure.
Wow, so that's a strong endorsement.
To be
It
honest,
sounds like you didn't really believe that, John.
Okay, I'm going to just tell you something. D'Angelo Williams ain't walking through that door. Kenneth Gainwell ain't walking through that door. All right? Paxton Lynch ain't walking through that door.
But Seth Hennigan is.
But Seth Hennigan is. And he's just a sophomore. He's young. He did pretty good as a freshman. Hey, you know what?
Maybe.
Memphis, here's what I'm going to say. Go to the Liberty Bowl, watch the Tigers, and if they cover every single game this year, they'll be winners in my heart. On the other side, we're talking Jay Ham. We're going to talk a little NBA. We're going to talk all things Memphis, and we're going to find out if he smokes the hippie lettuce. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Get your afternoon started with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sang and Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey Patriots, Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales. And it's time to put the can in American, because this month I can help you get approved. It's the 4th of July all month long. That means it's time to break free from past credit mishaps. Even if you've been told no in the past credit problems are no problem for us. I want to help you break free in a nicer, newer car, because I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. That's why I drafted my For the People credit approval process. Plus, my solution specialists are the American Dream Team. They can get almost anyone approved. So stop driving a car you hate, because I want you to be approved and find freedom in a nicer, newer car today. You could even drive for little to no money down. But hurry, this dynamite deal won't last long. I'm Colin Johnston, your All-American dealer for the people. New rides are popping on the lot daily. See all my explosive rides at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DESOTO Autosales.com.
Credit and down payment require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely expires on July 31st, 2022.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya. and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
Hi, I'm Troy Fivesh, owner of Fivesh Roofing. Sunday, today and today only. And for the first 50 callers, these are things you will never hear me say in my ads. Because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you don't need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get someone's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Fivesh Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service, and I do it for a fair price, why would I need gimmicks? Best products, best warranties, and the best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Fivesh Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fivesh Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fivesh Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
I often say they've set the bar for the way car business should be done at Homer Skelton Hyundai. You know how close that is. It's right there at Highway 78, Lamar Avenue, and Craft Road, the very first exit in Mississippi. I say it because they always come up with new innovations. And right now, when we've had all these shortages on new cars, Homer Skelton Hyundai is always going to come through for you. You won't pay more than the sticker price for a new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's Chris True's pledge. You'll never pay more than sticker price. Those other guys, they could charge you a whole lot more for that new car because they know there's a shortage. That never happens at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's part of the philosophy and the team that's been together for about 15 years now. You want the best of service? You want the best of products? It's the combination and the trust you'll always get from the best guys around. Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. Connor Wallace is not William Wallace's kid, but he is Chris Wallace's son. And I'm talking about, isn't it Chris Wallace?
Yeah, but he's not his son. It's deep lineage.
Oh, deep lineage. You know what? Just call Chris Wallace your dad. He's on TV. You know what I'm
But
saying?
his dad that listens every day might get upset.
Oh,
by
your
that.
dad does listen?
So does his mom.
By the way, do you have any happy 4th of July, Mr. Wallace?
And Mrs. Wallace.
And Mrs. Wallace. Your mom and dad, like, cool? They get
very,
along?
They said they're very cool.
Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. But we're about to talk NBA. I don't know if you know this. John Morant got a lot of money, and he should have. I'm very proud of him. We also have Kevin Durant's situation going on. The Nets are a little bit crazy. Jalen Brunson went to New York. That's like a good move for him financially. And I really feel like Father's Day now is complete. And the New York Knicks are like the Father's Day program. You got Sam Rose and Leon Rose. You got Brunson and Brunson. It's just a beautiful fit. The only problem is they still have Mr. Randall, who's I would say a B player in the NBA, but he's supposed to be a star in New York the way that they're paying him. But we're about to talk some NBA with my buddy Jay Ham. Jay's going to join us every single Friday. He's an analyst. He's a historian. He's a Memphis superstar. He's all about culture, entertainment. And he's on SCEN on YouTube. Is that correct, Jay?
See?
What's up, Jay?
What's good, my man Johnny? We are live, man.
Man, we are live. And by the way, the NBA is completely live. The only thing is, it seems like everything's on this pause because of this crazy superstar, Easy Money Sniper, Slim Reaper, your mom. You're the real MVP, Mom. Kevin Durant. And by the way, let's be honest. Kevin Durant, though, do you remember back in the day when the ESPYs were on and Peyton Manning made a joke of Kevin Durant? Do you remember how mad he got? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, I think he's mad at Kyrie. A lot of people are saying that they want to leave together. I think they're still going to be friends. They're still going to be boys. I think they're still going to be like each other. But on the basketball court, how big of a failure was the Nets situation? And if you're Sean Marks and you're the front of this organization, what do you do? And where are you looking to move him off? I keep hearing about the Suns. I'm not taking Ayton back. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not giving up Kevin Durant for Ayton and a few picks. By the way, I don't know if you know, Houston has basically all the Nets picks from the James Harden situation. So, like, the future for Brooklyn, I still call them New Jersey, for the Brooklyn Nets is it's just kind of, let's just say, murky. What do you think happens over here? And do you think this is done by, let's say, when we come back after the 4th of July, a week from today, is Kevin Durant going to have a new team, and what team do you think he goes to?
The team that he's going to go to, I have no clue.
No clue, because guess what? It looks like it's impossible, and everybody's trying to, like, move over and try to figure out different ways. You're going to have menage a trois, I feel like, where one team's going to have to reach out to another team to get the deal done with this team. I don't think there's any, like, just straight-on trades that we can do. The NBA is difficult in that situation. You have money you have to move. You have draft picks. You have pieces. And I just don't think the Nets are looking to rebuild completely. I think they want something back so they can start playing basketball next year.
They do.
And they do, don't they?
They do. But on the flipping contrary of what you were saying, that on them splitting between Kevin and Kai, I think that Kyrie opted in, and Kevin came out the next day and demanded the trade. So let's package this together, if possible.
I just don't know how you move that. I don't know how you move the Kyrie $36.5 million player option.
And KD coming in on new money this year.
Dude, he's still got years and years. I mean, that's a good thing for KD. It's just the whole situation with what's going on with the Nets has me absolutely just befuddled. Yesterday, I'm not going to lie to you, when the news came out, I was like a little schoolgirl, first day of school, looking all cute, running around, skipping, singing, had a lollipop. I'm like, Kevin Durant's coming to Grizzlies. Kevin Durant's coming to the Grizzlies. And then, of course, I go home. I listen to Wendy, read Woj, watching sports all day. And they didn't even mention the Grizzlies. Kendrick Perkins, who loves Memphis, didn't even say that Memphis was basically a destination that he would go to. That breaks my heart. So I just kind of wonder how this thing is going to work out. Now, I do think that KD would like to go to Phoenix, but I don't know why the Nets would accommodate him. I know they have to, work together in symbiotic ways. But don't you feel like he wants to go to Phoenix just so he can go slap Golden State?
It's a lot of that you can do with that. Going to Phoenix would be one. Coming here would be another.
God, I wish he would come here.
In that sense. But we talked about this last night on our show. We did, pretty much a free agent frenzy on our YouTube network, Sports Culture and Entertainment Network, The Scene. You can find us on YouTube.
Sports Culture Entertainment Network.
And the way we broke it down was like my guy Big Shot Ron, our humble host and point guard of the whole squad. He said, if I'm trading them, first of all, it's not where they want to go. I'm going to send them to where the best deal fits for us in that regard. Second of all, I'm not pairing them together. You going this way and you going this way. We're not going to acquiesce totally to what it is that y'all want, but we're going to make sure that we get back what we need to be able to continue to go forward, because at that point it would be a restart, blown up situation. You might as well call my man Wile E. Coyote, get you some of that Acme Dynamite,
boom,
pump away. But and that's funny that it's dominating that headline like that, of course, but it's like they got to do something. So to answer your question, if we come back here next Friday, I still don't think we're going to have anything done.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that. I can. And I will say, though, one thing. I think it's going to slow everything else down in the NBA free agent market because everybody's kind of just like sitting and holding. I can't imagine right now what it's like to be a NBA in the front office trying to figure out, you got your whiteboard out, trying to figure out how you're going to be able to get these pieces. All right.
If he is to come here, how do you package that?
I package it with, honestly, listen, I love Desmond Bain. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Desmond, I don't know if you know this, man. Desmond Bain, man. Desmond Bain.
Outside of Demetrius Jamel Morant II.
You ain't giving up Ja?
He's the one that I am not touching. I will look at Tripp. I can put Tripp in the package. I don't want to.
I don't think anybody's gonna. If the Nets like literally talk with Memphis, do you think they would realistically? And Memphis has got draft picks they can give away. Whoosh, they can throw those junts in, but they're gonna want something back that's actually a piece. Desmond Bain looks like a piece that is on the ascension.
Future All-Star.
He's the hardest working player I think in the NBA. Let's be real. The whole TCU situation, dude worked his tail off. He got to the NBA. He works his tail off. He helped bring in players for the University of Memphis. Right. And they're out there doing what? They're probably working out right now. Right. The man works harder than anybody. So if you get a piece like him, you can package that in a deal, and I don't think any front office would be scared of him.
I agree. I agree with that. I look at it, but the counterpart on that for us here is that you locked into Kevin for 4 years if you make that. And he's shown these past couple of contracts that he can get pretty temperamental after 2.
That is true.
That part in terms of culture, team culture, everything that comes with it, that's the part that concerns me. It's like I don't want to mess that part of it up, especially when we got a squad as young as we are. You know what I'm saying? That's growing together. Like you said, they probably in the lab right now putting in work together. A few guys, who knows? But it's one of those things where I really want to continue to watch us grow. But it's hard not to roll the dice if you got an opportunity to get Kevin Durant, because if you get Kevin Durant, you get into the Western Conference Finals. You're supposed to anyway.
Man, if you got Ja, KD, Adams down on the low block, Tyus still over. I mean, heck, you can package up Tyus, Dylan Brooks, and Desmond Bain. I'll drive them to the airport right now.
All right, which we can chop it up on the way there. But it's one of those deals because you already got a short window in the NBA anyway.
That is true. And by the way, Zaire, would he not be a piece that other NBA front offices would covet? I mean, I did not. When they drafted him, all I wanted to do was give the guy a wheat thumb. And now look at him, dude. He's a stroker. He's a hard worker. I know he played at Sierra Canyon. Man came out. He had a bad year in college.
Right.
Fell a little bit. Right. And the Grizzlies scooped him up, and they made him a perfect role player. I mean, king climbing with whatever he does.
He benefited within that culture.
Yes, he
benefited.
he sure
and that's
did.
what's got me really excited about the new cast that we drafted last week. All
My
4 of 'em.
goodness.
It's like, this could be
Lariva, Roddy.
good. Right.
Yeah. Who do you like the best?
Hometown kid, of course.
Kennedy?
No bias. I actually coached against Kennedy when he was like 8 years old because his dad had a tournament. And I was coaching at the time, and he invited me to the tournament, and they wiped us, but you could even see then, like, this is a lot of little talent in dude just for an 8-year-old at the time. So it was special. But David Roddy is my kind of dude. He's a Memphis type of player. Gritty. He goes after it. It's that blue collar. He don't back down. So it's one of those where it's like, that fits.
And by the way, speaking of fits, when you talk about Memphis, Brandon Clark, great rookie season, struggled in his sophomore season, his second year. I guess you can't call him a sophomore. And then came out last year and played so big in that Minnesota series. And I think a lot of the people in Memphis woke up to realize, he's one of the best cutters to the basketball. He gets out and he plays defense. He does everything that's asked for him. He is a specific role player, but the role that he plays is amazing. The only thing was he struggled in that Warriors series because that team is just not conducive to his style of play. It's a matchup issue. But Brandon Clark is another great piece. Kleiman is. The Grizzlies actually. If you're the Nets, you might want to look at Memphis. I know KD wants to go to Miami or Phoenix, but
nobody has the assets that Memphis has to be able to pull it. That's the thing. I was just looking at it on Twitter, looking at the odds of it. It's like we got 7-1 odds. It's for Memphis to be the landing spot, which ain't bad. It's middle of the pack for what they had it, but again, we have the assets available right now to make something happen. It's not his preferred destination, but if you under contract for the next 4 years, your preferred destination is really not that. It's not gonna matter that much. Not right now, anyway. Not trying to diss KD, but
And by the way, if Phoenix did get rid of Ayton, 23-year-old former number 1 overall pick for a 34-year-old, I think that would be just. He is not. What are you going to have? Ben Simmons, Ayton, 2 guys who can't, shoot?
DeAndre Ayton has been a walking double-double since he arrived in this league.
How though, with Devin Booker, I hate to say this, he loves Chris Paul. Chris Paul, I think, is the most overrated point guard. Because is he an unbelievable facilitator? Yes. But what happens in Chris Paul every single year of his career in the playoffs? The man can't guard anybody.
I won't make an excuse for him, but this will also kind of add some credence to what Steph just did. Outside of Isaiah Thomas, how many times have you seen a small guard? Even now, he's not the best on this particular Phoenix team, but he's one of those dogs.
Oh,
it's just
he's
historically
a dog.
for Chris Paul. How often is it that you see a guard that small lead a team to a championship?
You don't. Steve Nash was a 2-time MVP, but you know what? He couldn't guard anybody. He could dribble around. He could facilitate. He could shoot the 3. He'd do all kinds of cute stuff. Pistol Pete, remember him back in the day? He'd be doing all kinds of dribbling and stuff. Couldn't guard nobody.
You know the wild part about it for Chris Paul, though? The series Everybody Hates Chris, it debuted in 2005. When did Chris Paul get drafted into the NBA?
Man, 2005. Out of Wake Forest.
It is like he's always on that cusp, and then something happens. Everybody hates Chris.
Man,
he's
that
snake
is so
bitten
true.
in that way.
He is snake bitten.
I can't call him overrated because I look back at it and it's like he's got so much that he's done.
He's the best regular season basketball player there is. He's the best regular season point guard there is. Isaiah Thomas won him a championship. He was a little dog, like you said. But outside of him, no. But he also did have, Lambeer and Rodman.
It wasn't 26 a game, Zeke. It was 19-9.
Yep.
With Lambeer, Rodman, Joe Dumars, Hall of Fame dudes.
Yep.
I think he played with 4 or 5, 3 or 4.
Mahorn would be knocking people's face off.
They didn't win with him, but he also had Adrian Dantley, another bucket and a Hall of Fame dude. So it's like eventually it had to come together. You thought it would have came together for Chris last year, but he ran into a 6'11", 250-pound dude that can get anywhere in 2 steps. And he figured out how to get anywhere in 2 steps, And it wasn't nothing that 6'1", 6'1", 185-pound Chris Paul could do about it.
And the thing is, look at point guards right now, honestly, in the NBA. I mean, I remember when Penny went to Orlando and they talked about how big Penny was. Since Magic Johnson, we have not seen anybody with this big and this skill set. And now look around the NBA. DeJounte Murray, who just went to Atlanta, I think they're going to try to play, our little buddy Trae Young off the ball a little bit more, kind of, cover up his weak spots. But, dude, DeJounte Murray, big boy. I mean, let's be real. LeBron James is a, power forward, but he's a point forward. He's a facilitator. Nikola Jokic is basically the point guard for Denver because he's a facilitator.
Jokic scares me to the point where I'm watching him one night 3 years ago, and he's pushing the rock up the floor in transition. I'm like, this dude is 300 pounds almost. He stops on a dime and shoots a three, and the ball touched no part of the rim.
Just
and
net.
I'm like, this is your center in modern day NBA. How are you supposed to deal with that? So it's like it's really been turned into positionless basketball.
It has.
And that's the wild part about it. And this is what's going to make the whole thing free agency-wise. You're kind of seeing how teams are trying to stack up. You had two teams in the finals who virtually could switch man-to-man on everything and hold their own. If Marcus Smart can guard positions 1 through 5 in that kind of series, it's a copycat league just like anywhere else. People are going to try to pretty much stack up and put in the pieces to get to that, to match it or better it. And that's where we at. I'm looking at the Clippers and John Wall. You bring it back Kawhi.
Is John Wall got anything left?
I think he does.
You think he does?
I think he does. And the fact that he's got Paul George on one wing, Kawhi Leonard on another wing, Reggie Jackson can play next to him or back him up. He's got twin, and he's playing for one of the better coaches in the league.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And so
very underrated coach, Ty Lue.
You don't really have they can just finalize his deal. He's 2 for $13 million, so he's not even high dollar, but he's hungry.
He is hungry.
He's hungry to get back at it, and so I think he got a little bit left. But that window of 2 that he signed for, that's what we're gonna find out.
What do you think, though? Honestly, also, what does Boston do in this offseason? If you look over at the East, in my opinion. The East is an absolute beast. Yes, Golden State's over in the West, and the Grizzlies had the second best record in the NBA. I think the creme de la creme, the stuff at the top of the Western Conference is really nasty. But in the East, you have the Celtics. You have the Hawks, who just 2 years ago were right there in the Eastern Conference Finals. Charlotte's on the up and up. You got the Bucks with Giannis. Chris Middleton's going to be healthy. The East looks like a beast. Miami. And by the way, my kinfolk, James Harden, taking a little pay cut to, do a little bit of work. I'm telling you, you better watch out for Philadelphia 76ers now. So the East is scary. If you're KD, do you want to move to the West? And also, if you're Boston, what do you do? Because you don't have a true point guard. A lot of people are talking about Marcus Smart. He was the Defensive Player of the Year. Great guy. But he is not a true point guard.
I'm glad you said this. The KD portion, as far as preference of East to West, there's nowhere to run anymore. I'm 42. I'm going to be 42. They'll be 42 at the end of the year. This is the first time I've ever seen this much balance, 1 through 8 in the Eastern Conference. And I'm studying, back when basketball was coming on TBS, 2 games a week or whatnot. So, but it's the first time that we've seen that much balance. The Celtics. Marcus Smart was quoted this week. People were saying that I'm not even sure if the quote was fake or not, but it made sense. Basically saying that a lot of chatter about we need a true point guard. We had true point guards. We had superstar point guards. I just so happened to be a point guard when we went to the finals. The thing about that, again, historically.
But you know what? Maybe not even his fault when you got 2 players that can't dribble with their left hand.
He did fine because he kept things kind of pretty much at bay. Peyton Pritchard could come in and start for them and be that point guard, but he's not.
He can't play defense, man.
Yeah, see where
Let's
I'm
just
going.
Yes.
And so that trade-off of what you don't get from a traditional point guard in Marcus Smart, again, he can guard your 5. Him and Al Horford can actually switch.
Yep.
Him and Robert Williams can actually switch, and that's how they get down. And it's like we've seen a lot of teams win championships that really didn't run traditional point guard style. Steph don't run a traditional point guard style.
Nope.
Draymond do a lot of facilitating with them. We can go through, but I don't know really what they add, but I think they figured out how to win. Even though they lost this one in 6, I think they figured out how to win. But they're not the only ones. Milwaukee's there. They know how to do it. Miami knows how to get there.
And they have, by the way, Holiday is probably one of the forgotten point guards, which makes no sense to me when they won a championship. But he will D you up. Do you remember the play last year in the playoffs where my man goes down there, blocks the shot,
blocks Mars' shot, then strips him
and then strips him and then throws the ball? Remember off of his. I mean, dude, he can do everything. He can score. He can play defense. He can get up and down. Yeah. I mean, I love me some Holiday. The Bucks are a scary team, but I mean,
yeah.
All right, we're about to have to take a break, but before we do, I have to ask you one more question.
Sure.
Jay, I guess Miles Bridges, it's his wife, correct?
Okay.
Did you know that she shared the photos this morning?
That's terrible.
It looks really, really bad.
You know
What's
what?
going to happen with Miles Bridges?
You know what? Not just Miles Bridges, but Charlotte in general, where they have a lot of upside.
Dude, they got one of the best guards in all of basketball. I can't believe I'm saying this, but, man, Lonzo ain't got jack on LaMelo.
It's a lack of basketball maturity there. They need some vets in Charlotte.
Yeah, they do.
To kind of really you got PJ doing one thing, you got Miles Bridges doing another thing, you got LaMelo doing another thing, and it's like all young dude go viral on Instagram type activity. But and we understand the league is young like that, but this is the difference in you being in the play-in game last year and y'all falling out the way that they did versus being in a series and pushing the team to 5, 6, 7, if not perhaps winning that series. So not sure, man. But he may end up in a situation where he can't get nothing on the market and end up having to stay in Charlotte.
Man, I was about to say, I mean, Charlotte wouldn't give him that, the max and all that stuff. Now they can probably get him for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
But the thing is I mean, I'm just saying, like.
And we know Mike going to use his coupons. He didn't want to give Kemba Walker the max. So.
No, he did not. No, he did not. He's definitely going to use them coupons.
Mike will save. That's just what it is. But something, it's frustrating, and I really don't get frustrated about a lot of players, teams, and things like that in sports, but it's frustrating to see them because you know what's there. But that lack of basketball maturity, lack of maturity in general, catches up and it becomes lack of basketball maturity and it just filters over and you end up as a 9th seed outside looking in.
Talent doesn't always win out, does it? You have to know how to win. You have to know how to, be crafty. That's why veterans are very, very important. But we got NBA free agency going on. Ja Morant signed that big old max contract. He ain't going nowhere.
Borrow $20, Ja.
Grizzly for life. Man, make sure you listen to my buddy Jay Ham. Check him out on the, Sports Culture Entertainment Network.
Entertainment Network. The Scene.
The Scene.
SCEN. You can join us on Facebook, 94 Feet of Light, the Facebook group. That's where we at now, talking free agency and doing a whole bunch of other good stuff. And that's what we do, man.
Man, and plus, you will be joining me every single Friday right here.
I'll be back next Friday, and I'll be bearing gifts as well.
Man, I can't wait for them gifts. I love gifts. I love Tito's. I love a little hippie lettuce. I love just actually any gift I'll take. You know what I'm saying. But the gift that keeps on giving is the sports world right now, and whatever you do, you can't touch that dial. We got Hardwood. We got our bets today. We got day baseball, and I hope you have a happy 4th of July weekend.
You too, my man.
That's my buddy Jay. Don't touch the dial. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
I tend to second-guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Barden Stone has been serving the Mid-South area for over 3 generations. What sets them apart and makes them unique? Landscape Stone Center. They have one of the largest selections with a wide variety of colors and sizes, all the way from cobblestones to garden rock and pebbles from ground cover, plus fieldstone and flagstone, stepping stones and stacking stones, even landscape boulders. In addition to a wide variety of stones and rocks, Barden Stone staff is very knowledgeable. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, design professional, Barden Stone can answer any question pertaining to the use of stones from A to Z. Barden Stone, they know stone inside and out. Barden Stone, 1 mile south of Park at 1557 Cherry Road. Barden Stone, open for you Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Call 901-683-8264 and visit Barden Stone.
Don't miss Chris Pratt in The Terminal List.
Lieutenant Commander James Reese, can you outline the details of your mission?
It was a setup. They knew we were coming.
Nothing in this file adds up.
From Antoine Fuqua, director of Training Day.
Answers or blood?
Blood. Stay off my list. The Terminal List. New series, now streaming on Prime Video.
Everyone needs protection, whether you're on the field or on the road, so make sure you have the best. Bob Simpson State Farm Insurance can buckle you up with auto insurance, can back you up with life and health insurance, cover your business whether it's starting, growing, or maturing, and don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson.
I'm here with Kyle Storms from Big Green Egg. Kyle, I hear people all the time say how they love their Big Green Egg, but what makes a Big Green Egg so great?
Thanks, Stats. The fact that our grill is made out of the highest quality ceramic allows our customers to smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all while locking in the most amount of heat and flavor in their favorite foods.
What kind of fuel does the Big Green Egg use?
100% natural lumpwood charcoal. That's really where half our flavor comes from.
How many sizes does the Big Green Egg come in?
We have 7 different sizes and all different configurations ranging from metal stands, wood tables, and metal carts with a lifetime warranty. So we really do have a size and price point for everyone.
Where can someone go to see the entire lineup of Big Green Egg?
Garden Spas and Pool, Germantown Hardware, Hamilton's Fireplace and Grills, East Memphis Ace, and Cordova Ace Hardware.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I hope you're getting ready for a beautiful 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you're going to see some family, some friends, maybe some fireworks, and you're going to be paying attention to some sports. Speaking of paying attention to some sports, if you didn't know, and that means you would probably have to be in a coma to not know, Kevin Durant is leaving the Nets. He wants to be traded. They're working on this. And if you didn't know this, great news for the Grizzlies, by the way, and it doesn't have anything to do with KD. Do you know who Ja Raff is?
I do. The giraffe that was recently traded to what
San
zoo?
Diego, I believe.
San Diego Zoo. That's
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yes, he's gone. But guess what? Ja Morant ain't going nowhere. Did you see what he locked up?
Big deal. And he
money.
He makes another All-NBA.
I don't know if you know this, but it's huge. He got a huge $231 million contract, 5-year extension. The fact that he did it so early, like right there when free agency hit, as a Memphian, as a Grizzly fan, as somebody who cares about this city, man, he must love this city. He goes out. And by the way, I feel like he put out feelers. What did he do on Wednesday?
I don't remember.
He went out there and opened up a bunch of basketball courts for all the kids.
He was out there playing with them.
He's out there playing basketball with the kids. He cares about Memphis. I don't know if you've ever heard, have you ever seen the T-shirt Memphis as bleep?
Yes.
And he's Memphis as bleep. Like, he's so Memphis, it's not even funny. The one thing, though, I do have to say on the sidebar, did you see Mayor Strickland in his full-on suit? And then Ja's got his slides on and, like, some colored PJs, basically, and a little T-shirt. And by the way, Mayor Strickland makes Ja Morant look really skinny.
Maybe he didn't know.
Like, really skinny. Like, I'm telling you, I thought, like.
Bryant says the giraffe went to Utah, by the way, not San Diego.
Oh, Utah, San Diego.
What's the difference? San Diego might as well be in Utah.
It's on the left coast.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say.
You know what? Like, I can mess up a name once in a while.
And also, who can John, like you said.
Did I ever
Utah,
tell you that I won the geography bee?
Did you really?
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Did I ever tell you that? No, I did not. Okay? I mean, I know you. By the way, let's see. Where is Utah?
Right next to Nevada.
Oh, really? It's in the southern part of the left coast? I'm kidding.
That's like right in the middle.
It's like right in the middle. I wouldn't call that the middle, brah. Like, I mean, you got Washington and Oregon. They're up high. You got the Montana thingy. You got Yellowstone going
Idaho.
on. Bisons. You got some Idahos. By the way, how would you not, like, dude, like, so do they be like, I don't know if you know I live in Idaho. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to get myself in trouble. But Ja Morant, $231 million. He's not leaving. He loves the community. And I think, honestly, this basically just solidifies that Memphis is going to be stronger than Cooter Brown. Do you know Cooter Brown?
I do, and he's strong.
Did you know that he actually beat up Mike Tyson one time?
Really?
Yes, he did. Cooter Brown ain't no joke. He's playing for real, and he's going to win this bad boy. And I think Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies, the fact that you got an all-NBA second team who's locked up for 5 years, I just think it's going to grow. The one thing is, though, what else are they going to add? Or do they need to add some pieces? I mean, Desmond Bane, getting rid of Zaire and Desmond Bane to bring in a KD and a bunch of draft picks, is that going to be better? Or is with King Kleiman and the way that they're doing by bringing in, talent, bringing them in, coaching them up? Taylor Jenkins has got his extension. He's doing his job. It seems like everybody over at the Grizzlies organization is doing well. And I don't know if you know this, but Robert Pera has some deep pockets.
Bob Pera. We should start calling him Bob. I know his name is Robert, but don't you love calling guys that are named Robert Bob? I do.
No, I don't.
Really?
Like Robert is Bob. What do you call Richard?
Dick.
That's a right. Like, do you want to call people like, hey, if this guy's named Richard, would you not call him Richard? Would you say, hey, Dick? No, that's rude.
Dick
so
Nixon.
don't call Robert Bob.
That's not rude. This is an abbreviation. Dick Nixon.
Yes, Dick Nixon was a president. Didn't he get
Tricky
thrown
Dick.
out? He got in trouble, by the way. I don't know if you know this. He got in a lot of trouble.
He did for Watergate.
From Watergate. It is hilarious. But no, we got a busy situation.
John, you wanted some baseball bets, right?
Yes, I want them now.
I've got them for you. Okay, so it seems like the odds today are pretty good on all these games, but the best game I see in terms of number of runs is D-backs and Rockies. I have it set at 11.7, but so does Vegas. They have the over-under set at 11.5. So you know how we're going to get around it, John? We're going to take prop bets for some of these guys to get hits today. One guy I think does well today, Carson Kelly. He's probably going to start at catcher today for Arizona. He's former Cardinal. I think he gets a hit. Jose Iglesias for the Rockies. I think he gets a hit today. Josh Rojas, I think, gets a hit today. And let's round it out with Christian Walker, the first baseman for Arizona. I'm going to go with those four guys to all get a hit today.
I like that. That's not bad.
Because it's 11.5 is what they're setting it at. Vegas knows there's going to be runs.
There's 2 baseball games on the Red Sox and the Cubs, the Rays and the Blue Jays. What are you thinking about taking?
I'm kind of scared of those.
Why are you scared?
I just don't really
Cubs
like.
scored 15 runs last night. The Red Sox were off the day before.
And the Cubs scare me in that regard. I just don't really see anything I like. Do you see something you like in that game?
I think Rich Hill is a really bad pitcher. 4-4 for Boston. I think the Cubs can light him up like a Christmas tree. I kind of like over 8.5. The only problem is the wind is blowing in at 8 miles per hour, according to MLB weather. You got the Rays and the Blue Jays. They play in a dome. The problem is the Blue Jays have Jose Barrios pitching today. I feel like Tampa Bay could light him up like a Christmas tree. I kind of like Corey Kluber in the Rays versus the Blue Jays. Now, speaking of Ja signing the Supermax, what do you think about Devin? Not Ja Raff. Ja Morant finding his huge $231 million deal. What do you think about the situation when it comes to Mr. Devin Booker?
Well, he has locked in a lot of money. He's probably going to win. Maybe not probably, but I could see him winning an MVP. He took a big step defensively last year.
You think he could actually win an MVP sometime?
Yeah, I think offensively he's always had that skill, and he took a huge step defensively last year, which is really – I mean, you got to be great on both ends to win an MVP, and I think he's taken that step. I could definitely see Devin Booker winning an MVP. If I was a gambling man and there was a prop for before he ends his career, will he win an MVP? I think Devin Booker would be a good bet.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this. Do you know my man Jason Lockenforda? Lockenforda, the guy who CBSSports.com works with David Cobb and all that stuff.
D-Cobb.
But he does the NFL action. Did you know what he came out with today?
What's that?
He said he doesn't know if Deshaun Watson's ever going to play with the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I saw that.
He said if he's told to sit on the sidelines for a year, what more comes out during that year? Actually, I didn't even think about it when he posed that question. If he sits out for a year and all these people have been testified, there could be some hazard pay. More things could go by it. And if he's not part of the organization, what is he out doing? Getting massages? More situations could arise. He thinks that Deshaun Watson might be done. But the interesting thing is no matter what, Deshaun Watson's getting $45 million this year, period. End of discussion.
So he doesn't need to play.
So that's what I'm saying. He really doesn't.
He really
it's kind of a
doesn't.
whole weird situation with it.
It was really just money they just fronted him the money to pay off those women.
And wouldn't that be the most Cleveland thing in the history of the world, as bad as their quarterback situation is? You go to
I'll take Jacoby Brissett, John, any day.
Couch, Whedon. I mean, like, holy cow. They can't miss any harder. It's just a sad situation that's going down. But I do have to tell you, do you want to have a little fun and go to Hardwood?
Sure. You want to read one of your fine sponsors and tell us how we get there before we do?
Oh, I was going to. 100% I was.
Because I hadn't had it pulled up yet.
But do you know what my fine sponsor is?
Who, John?
The finest of all. It's Central Barbecue. Ooh, I don't know if you've gone in there and had their wings. I like the dry spice wings. They're delicious. I also love their turnip greens. I'm a big turnip green guy. Like, I love good turnip greens. They have them at Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce. The best ribs in the world from Central Barbecue. The best pulled shoulder in the world from Central Barbecue. The best barbecue sauce is from Central Barbecue. If you're hungry, head on over there, because when you go over to Central Barbecue, you get full, you get fat, but you don't pay a lot. Not fat like F-A-T, P-H-A-T, baby. Central Barbecue. And you can ship that barbecue anywhere in the world, or you can ship it to yourself. Go to eatcbq.com. Ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Miles Bridges' wife released some ugly photos. And I mean ugly. You're an NBA franchise. How scared are you of Miles Bridges and the whole situation? You know the NBA has this whole domestic abuse situation going on. You know they have an actual policy on it. What ends up happening to Miles Bridges? Do you actually see him next year playing in the NBA? Too good of a talent?
No, I don't. I'm afraid not, John.
Not? No.
I mean, I think he's I was about to say I love him, but that's probably not the right language to use right now. He's a great player. But
you know he was a roommate with a certain somebody.
Who? No, I don't.
Do you know where he played college basketball at?
The Michigan State University.
Do you know who else played at Michigan State that's a Grizzly?
Jaren Jackson.
So.
And Xavier Tillman.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you got me on that one. But no, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Miles Bridges are like this, man.
Oh, really?
Do you separate yourself from him? I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr., you know, they were talking a little bit of, like, you heard what we call it scuttlebutt?
Okay.
You heard that maybe the Grizzlies were interested in Miles Bridges, didn't you?
As everybody should be.
Well, that ain't going to happen no more.
Probably not.
Only place he can go back to is Charlotte for pennies on the dollar. But I'm just kind of wondering, honestly, what is going to happen with Miles? Because his wife went out there and posted pictures today of her back, which is, it doesn't look good. Like, it's bad. Her face, pictures speak 1,000 words. And she put this out there. She says, I hate it has come to this, but I can't be silent anymore. I've allowed someone to destroy my home, abuse me in every way possible, traumatize our kids for life. I have nothing to prove to this world, but I will not allow anyone who could do something so horrible to have no remorse and paint a picture of something I'm not. I won't allow the people around him to continue to silence me and continue to lie to protect this person. It's unethical. It's immoral. It truly is sick. It hurts my heart because I've always hoped, and I have so much love, but he scares me. And then she goes on and on and on and on, and it's a very long thing. But I think I laid out how difficult that is. If you are in the front office, and his wife and his children, because it's, his children aren't saying anything, but she's speaking on their behalf. They come out that hard. We talk about bringing Deshaun Watson back to Cleveland.
He might not play.
Miles Bridges.
He might not play.
He might not. And to be honest with you, should he? I mean, everybody in certain situations deserves a second chance, except for when you take it to that extreme. Look at R. Kelly. I mean, dude can sing like it's going out of style, but he's still going. He's going to do at least 30 years and still has more things coming at him. I mean, Miles Bridges, when your wife knows that you're on the precipice of getting buku dollars. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, when you get a divorce, they get half. And she's coming out there and she's not pulling any punches.
She might get even more from the lawsuit, too.
Maybe. I just say that, this whole situation looks bad, and the way she speaks about him. There was a fractured nose, her wrist. She has a torn eardrum because he ripped out her earring, torn muscles in her neck because he choked her until she passed out. She had a concussion. She literally had to go be hospitalized. When you hear about all these wounds, when you see the pictures that she posted, and when you hear her talk, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how he does it. I mean, it's a felony domestic abuse charge. I don't know how it comes off of a felony. I don't see him.
Not gonna play again.
I mean, my goodness. And by the way, you remember last year when he hit the fan with his mouthpiece when he threw it at him? It just seems like Miles is coming a little bit unhinged. He's throwing his mouthpiece at fans. He's sipping on lean, posting pictures 3 weeks ago. And then the day before he hits free agency, he's beating up on his wife in front of her children. Miles, I don't think you're playing again, brother. I don't think you should either. Anything more positive and sweet that you have?
Yeah, John, let's transition to something a little bit more positive than that. That was very sad.
Because I was going to say I have a story about Baltimore Ravens pass rusher Jalen Ferguson, who died last month. Do you know why he died?
Why, John?
Fentanyl and cocaine.
So not more positive.
That isn't positive. Especially, we're about to go to the 4th of July. Give me a good story.
John?
Care Bear stare. Give me the Care Bear stare. That means a good story.
Oh, I thought you just wanted me to stare at you.
No,
yeah, that doesn't work on the radio, does it?
Give me the Terry Davis Care Bear stare.
Well, John, we talked yesterday a little bit about how there was a fight at the Eagles concert during the song Take It Easy. That was a funny story. However, there's another funny story that a man in Boston who was in court on marijuana charges drove away in an SUV, John, full of marijuana.
Wait a second. Time out. Okay, so a man on marijuana charges.
In Boston court.
In court. Goes and gets in his car.
Drives away with a SUV full of marijuana.
Like, did he steal somebody else's SUV?
No, it's his. It was his.
Did he get pulled over?
He did, and then they found it again.
Right after he left court?
Right after he left court.
I'm going to tell you all a little
Be a little smarter, maybe.
Oh, by the way, can I also tell you something else I found out?
Please.
Don't text message people anything about something bad. Because do you know that text messages are forever?
Yeah.
Like, you can call somebody and talk, and they'll be like, hey, man, they talked, but they don't have your like what you said. But if you text somebody, that stuff's there forever. They can go get your records and show everything that you say on the text messages.
Unless it's an iMessage, those are encrypted. So if it turns blue,
what's
you're
an
good.
iMessage?
Like iPhone to iPhone and iMessage, those are encrypted.
No, they actually can get them from the provider because
I think just text messages. I'm pretty sure that.
No, you can get the messages. You need to go to like WhatsApp or Signal or something like that. I feel like I'm out there trying to help people do bad things, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep you out of jail. Did you know? Oh, I'm not going to say this one. Did you see Anthony Edwards? Do you know who Ant-Man is?
Yes.
Do you know
Paul Rudd?
No.
Yeah, Ant-Man. You ever seen it with Paul Rudd?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So there's a movie called Ant-Man where Paul Rudd plays an action superhero
First,
star.
you got to tell me who Paul Rudd is. Does he play for?
No, he's an actor.
I thought he was a hockey player.
No,
he's an actor.
He was in. He's been in a bunch. He was in Knocked Up. He's in the show Friends as a bit part.
He's in the show Friends?
He plays Phoebe's husband down the stretch of the show, like the last 2 seasons of the show.
You seem like a person that would watch Friends.
I like all television shows, John.
That's the worst show ever. Like a bunch of bougie people hanging out in a coffee shop, living together for some reason, swapping girlfriends. Sounds like Melrose Place.
Yeah,
it's just on
that was
the East Coast.
its contemporary.
Oh, interesting. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You don't like Melrose Place either, John?
But
you were talking about Anthony Edwards.
Did you see how good of a football? Dude, Tom Brady. I don't know if Tom Brady can throw a football good as Anthony Edwards.
Oh, he's got a gun on him.
Dude, he was out there slinging junts all over the place. He was at Georgia, And my man was throwing like 70-yard touchdown passes.
Oh, he's got a chooch.
Dude, he has got a cannon. Ant-Man. Now,
You think the Cleveland should sign him? No, the Vikings.
No,
They had Kirk
no.
Cousins.
And by the way, they also have Justin Jefferson, who's just out of control awesome.
Well, Ant could throw it to Justin Jefferson.
Do you know who Josh Naylor is?
Oh, Josh Naylor's a man.
Did you see him headbutt his manager?
Yeah, without a helmet on. Dude, Josh Naylor's awesome, though. I mean,
he
what a
did
guy.
hit a walk-off home run.
He hit a walk-off.
First
He was
and
on
foremost, it wasn't a headbutt out of anger.
No, it was a
headbutt out of love.
And John, he didn't get a hit last night, but he was on like a 7-game hit streak going into last night too. Josh Naylor's the real deal.
He is the real deal. I like Josh Naylor. I also like looking good. When I look good, what do you want me? Where do I go to look good? By the way, Jay.
I'm gonna guess Frontier Western Store, John.
5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They have all the summer fashions. They have the boots showroom that you can see from outer space. It really is a special place. You can shop online at frontierwesternstore.com 24/7, 365. They ship their orders out within 24 hours. Any order of $75 or more is shipped absolutely free. And guess what else? They're open 9 to 7 if you want to go walk in there and do a little touchy touch. They're open 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. Again, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Frontier Western Store. It's been family owned and operated since 1967. And I'm telling you right now, they have a ladies' boutique, children's department, huge boot showroom, jeans all over the rack from Ariat all the way to Wrangler. That's A to W. I don't know any jeans. Do you know what the last letter in the alphabet is?
Z.
Do you know? I don't know anything good with a Z except for crazy.
Zebras.
Zebras are crazy as well. Look at them. Everything with a Z in it's kind of a little bit off, isn't it?
Zucchini.
Zucchini is a little crazy. What's another Z word?
Zamboni.
And that's a weird thing. You drive around on ice like 3 miles an hour and you steer with this weird little knob.
Carlos Zambrano.
Zambrano's absolutely batty for the Cubbies back in the day. So, again, we don't have Z jeans, but Ariat all the way to Wrangler, Girly Girl, Miss Me. You can find all the fashions. You can find everything from your child that's a little bitty baby all the way to your great-great-grandmother and everybody in between. 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. On the other side, we have to pick our games for the day.
You know who's going to join you, John?
Yes, T-Money and Brasky.
They're the best gamblers in Memphis.
And
guaranteed.
Who is picking games? They are. Next on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line. 360-8255. 360-8255.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Hi, everybody. Greg Gaston for FanDuel. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events that let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit is required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Progressive's Home Court Explorer lets you easily compare our direct rates with multiple companies. Now that we've covered something you could do, it's time for sports stuff you definitely could not do.
If you were head coach, you would not have gone for it on 4th down. Your confidence in your play calling ability might be a little overblown, considering you're barely confident in which restaurant to order takeout from, let alone choosing a play in front of 70,000 screaming fans.
But you definitely can use Progressive's Home Court Explorer to easily compare rates. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5-Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5-Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5-Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5-Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5-Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Spring has sprung at Dan West Garden Center with blooming annuals and perennials, trees and shrubs everywhere. It's important to keep your yard and garden healthy, so Dan West has a very knowledgeable staff to help landscaping to grass to garden care and create your dream garden. Dan West has beautiful flowers from perennials to blooming annuals, garden lovers, even heirloom tomatoes, and a wide selection of herbs. You name it, Dan West has it. With over 100 years experience, Dan West enjoys sharing gardening tips and taking your growing needs to the next level. Dan West, with 2 locations, 12061 Highway 64 in Eads and 4763 Poplar. Open 7 days a week. Make gardening fun and easy at Dan West Garden Center.
The Take It On sales event is still going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Go the extra mile with 41 MPG Highway in your 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $259 a month, or buy for $17,885. Get ready for your summer road trip with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, $359 a month, or buy for $25,285. Plus 2022 Outlander, vacation ready with 7 seats, we Gossett at $369 a month or $29,005. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9. Outlander NZO 68336, MSRP 29505. Sport NU 009708, MSRP 26035. G4 NHF 05848, MSRP 18385. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. Again, thank you to Jay Ham. I don't know if you know this.
He was great.
He's not just great. He's my new best friend.
Best buddies.
I like him actually as a Jay. I like him kind of better than you, Jay.
That's not hard to beat, John.
But I just want to tell you something. No, because I love you from the bottom of my heart.
No, but I just mean he was a lot better than I ever am.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's a better cook than you are.
Is he really?
Dude, his cookies are so good. So good. Like, they're like really, really good.
Baker's man.
By the way, dude, I just want to give everybody in this building one of those cookies and see what happens. Like, do you think we'd finish today?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, what's a little for me is a lot for y'all usually. But, Jay, I love you to death, and I can't wait to talk to you next Friday. NBA free agency is full of everything. We got Jaren Jackson Jr., who had a little surgery action. Not a really good time for that to come out. We have Ja Morant, who got $231 million. He ain't ever leaving. And did you see his tweet? Memphis is my home.
It is, man.
And I don't know if you know this, Jay, but Memphis is my home.
Is it?
It is my home. And I love Memphis. I ain't never going to leave it. You know why?
Why?
Because Memphis is my home.
Oh, yeah, you just said that.
I know.
Memphis.
No, see, you don't even know how to do it. It's Memphis, Maine. You got to get the Maine in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I forgot that. And I also didn't say Memphis enough time.
Memphis. Now, I have T-Money. I don't know where T-Money is from. He sounds like Arkansas.
But they're adopted Memphians, right?
I mean, they come here sometimes. I don't know what they do in Memphis.
So they're like well, Bill Brasky's a
Brasky's
rebel.
an Ole Miss guy.
He's a rebel.
He's straight up Mississippi. So, and by the way, we live in the Golden Triangle. Do you know what that is?
Is that a sexual thing?
No,
that's Golden Shower.
That's a shower. Yeah. I'm talking about the Golden Triangle, where Memphis is right by Arkansas, is right by Mississippi, and we all commingle. You know what I mean?
Down in Tunica.
It's very incestuous. You know, Arkansas,
Gross.
Mississippi, and Memphis. No, I meant that in a positive way.
Like the British crown.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But anyway, I don't know if you know this. It's the 4th of July weekend. I'm a little bit excited on a Friday. We got NBA free agency. I got day baseball I'm going to gamble on. I got cookies that are fire. Fire. And you know what else I got going on? My boy Brian Elder. My boy Brian Elder's coming over to see me, man. He's going to fix my roof. He's going to fix your roof, too. All you have to do is call him. 901-867-0303. Call the #1 residential and commercial contractor in the Mid-South, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a roof that's going to last a lifetime. He's going to go over there, and he's going to love on your roof. Do you know that he loves roofs? He gets up there and says, I love you, and he does the most perfect work you've ever seen. Now, insurance carriers, I don't know if you know this. Insurance people are kind of out for money. If you have your insurance carrier involved because maybe a tree fell on your house or the wind blew really hard or your roof is just weak, you're going to need the best contractor in the world. You're going to need Brian Elder. Give him a call at 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Let him come love on your roof. Before I bring in T-Money, I'm bringing in Brasky. Brasky, how are you doing today?
Yes, sir.
Got to ask.
I'm living the dream, Johnny, living the dream.
Now, I just want to know.
Got the national championship trophy down here. I don't know if they'll let people from Memphis see it. They'd be afraid y'all would steal it, but it may be behind Constantina wire over there in the baseball complex. But we have a national championship in a men's sport in my lifetime now.
Did you go to the celebration where they celebrated the college baseball team in Oxford on Wednesday? The cheerleaders were out. The peeps were out. Were you out there partying with all the baseball players and all the baseball celebration?
Yes, I was, Johnny.
Did you see the
Right there
cheerleaders?
I did see the cheerleaders. There was about 12,000 people there.
Yeah, there was. Did you see my daughter?
I don't believe so.
Well, you did
But
if you
there
saw
was-
the cheerleaders because she's a cheerleader.
Is she already on the squad?
Her first assignment, like her first real job with the cheer squad, it's the first time she put on her uniform and went out there and represented Ole Miss, was at the college baseball little celebration.
Well, I'll be darned. Good for her, Johnny.
Well,
Good for her.
thank you. I just want to remind you, you're there to protect her, okay, Bill?
I understand that, but remember now, after she gets out of her freshman year, we're apartment down there at the Arbor so we can get a pool pass.
Yes,
Johnny.
we're going to move her over there. I've already talked to her about it. We're going to move her over there. I did tell her that I have this really, really, really nice, kind of creepy guy who's going to use the pool pass, and he'll be over there all day long, kind of like the Big Lebowski. So she's fully aware of this.
Okay. We'll send Big Slender down there, too. He can be security guard around the pool.
Big Slenders be down there, and Big Cheapo over there be playing like penny slots and stuff. But anyway, it's time to bring in T-Money. Hey, T-Money, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Johnny. How about yourself? Happy July 1st here in the hot city of Memphis. And I thought when you were talking about the Tri-City areas, I thought you were talking about Fraser, Raleigh, and Bartlett. I didn't think you were talking about Tennessee or Arkansas and Mississippi. But when I hear Tri-City areas, I think of Fraser, Raleigh, and Bartlett. They're kind of all one and the same.
When I think of the Tri-City area, I think of Binghamton, Nutbush, and South Memphis.
Yeah, well, they're not next to each other like Fraser, Raleigh, Bartlett.
I know,
And
that's
now,
why they're
if
the
you want- you know.
triangle, man. That's the triangle. And by the way,
I got you.
do you know where to get a dime bag at in Memphis?
We don't need to get into all that, Johnny.
It's Tillman and McAdoo, just so if you did not
okay.
know. Yes, I'm just
Absolutely.
helping out all the people out there. Now, my question is, for you wonderful gentlemen, I have been getting ready for the 4th of July all morning. Got my fireworks ready. I got all my, I got the, what do they call them, solo cups. Got tons of beverages on ice already. I'm ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to let you and Brasky tell the world. Y'all talk to each other. I'm going to get ready for the 4th of July, but I'll be listening because I just want to know what the bets are.
I will start. I'll tell you what, Uncle Brasky, I just had some inside information from Red. I just had a good 10-minute conversation with him about this hot dog eating contest, okay? Now, he's saying that it's going to go under because he's got a 10-year running history. He told me some inside information, and it can go into overtime. Did you know about this overtime, Uncle Brasky, that the hot dog eating contest could go into overtime?
A couple of years ago, we had them recount, and we thought we had won, and they recounted, and a couple of times Chestnut shoved 2 in at the same time, and we got beat. That was the last time I took the under.
And it's gone over now a couple times now, had it? Now it's set at 74.5 hot dogs. I mean,
right.
That's a lot of hot dogs. What's the record? 76?
I think so.
By Jaws, Joey Chestnut, who's minus 3,000 to win it again.
I will say one thing.
Guy,
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I just have to ask you a real quick question, and I won't interrupt you again. Joey Chestnut, he doesn't have a gag reflex, does he?
He must not. I know a couple people with a couple waitresses like that. But, I think they could do good at a hot dog eating contest.
I can't breathe. All right, y'all go back to it. I'm sorry.
I mean, the next man is like 54 hot dogs. He's running these people smooth out, Uncle Brasky. I like the over. What are you thinking? I don't know, 74 and a half. It's kind of high.
Just watch the show. He's going to break a record. It's not going to be too hot up there. It's only going to be 84 degrees. Now, if it was 110, that makes a difference.
Well, absolutely. With the humidity, you can't get all that in there with the humidity. You wear quicker, But it seems like since they dropped it from 12 minutes down to 10 minutes, that the total has gone up, Uncle Brasky. How does that make any sense? I guess they don't hit the wall. They just get to shoving them hot dogs and it's pretty gross, isn't it?
No, I think we take the over in the hot dog eating contest for sure. This guy's setting records every year. You can't go wrong with him. And I think we take the woman and the women's, Mia Sudi. I think that's her name.
Yeah. It's Pseudo,
what's over and under in that?
Wait a second. Do they let women and men compete together?
No, sir.
No.
There's 2 different brackets?
No, we're not in California, sir.
I was going to say, what if Joey Chestnut decided that he feels like a woman? Would he be able to compete in the women's contest?
He would break the women's record by 50 hot dogs.
Oh, my goodness.
Because the women only eat about 30 to 40, And he can, I mean, think about this. I mean, the man, he eats 76 hot dogs, and the women eat about 30 to 40, I think is the record. You know, think about it.
Well, what we do is we're taking the over in Joey's, and then we're taking her in the women's
Just
contest.
straight up, she's minus like 2,000 to win it all.
Is she that much minus?
Oh, it's unbelievable. The girl that won it last year ate 30 some odd hot dogs, because she was on maternity leave. Pseudo was on maternity leave, so she could not compete last year. So she's ready to go. She's off maternity leave, and she has eaten 48 hot dogs in the past. I mean, I think
So let's
she
take
won
the
them
over.
out.
Let's take over 48 in the women's.
I agree. Okay, let's do over 48 in the women because she's hungry. She's off of maternity leave, you know, so she's been starved and ready to get back to competitive eating, you know. So,
And you don't, Money, you don't have any information for us on your Cleveland Indians, do you?
man, I have. Oh my goodness! Ever since I picked them, they lost 5 in a row.
You know, the
I mean,
Guardians
I
of
may
the
be-
Galaxy are playing the mighty Yankees today.
Man, they're going to get run out then too. They got. I mean, they were playing good.
And Garrett Cole's pitching today too.
Man, who's pitching for the Indians?
Do you know the worst
Please,
pitcher in
Zach,
baseball?
Chris-
No, Savall, or what's
Oh,
it? What's it? Aaron Savall or Savall, whatever.
Savall, yeah, he's going to.
He's got a 7.2 ERA, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to get raked. He'll maybe last 3 1/3 if we're lucky before they get into the bullpen. I mean, the Guardians, whatever you call them, I call them the Indians still. You know, they've been awful since I picked them. So let's go with it. Let's just jump on the Yankees and hopefully they can get 2 out of 3 from them. You know, I mean, that's unbelievable.
I think we just take the Braves. The Braves are playing the Reds, and the Red Sox are playing the Cubs. Right, the Red Sox and the Braves.
Man, after the
sounds good
Cubs
to me.
scored 15 runs last night, well, they did go against Hendricks, and they did go against. I mean, they went up against the Reds bullpen, which I think is ranked 29th in baseball. So they did score a lot yesterday, and the wind is blowing in Chicago, 8 miles an hour, blowing in from the outfield in towards. So the pitchers are going to have a little bit better opportunity. But man, I'll tell you one thing: Rich Hill's not been very good. I'm scared of that Red Sox-Cubs game. You really have a feel one way or the other?
I think once you get a team as bad as the Reds and the Cubs, you just keep riding against them. Keep pounding them.
Keep pounding.
Yeah.
Like every good
Don't
better
get all
does. Chase the bet.
I love
You
Max
know.
Fried tonight, though. Mike Minor's pitching for the Reds. The Braves should go out there and bully whip the Reds tonight in the Great American Ballpark over there in Cincinnati, Ohio. Have you ever been to Cincinnati, Ohio?
Absolutely, I have. I know people up there. Some of my people are from Ohio.
Man, have you ever been to Mike Fink's?
Who?
It's a bar, and it's a restaurant. It's the greatest raw bar in the history of the world. Man, for at least the Midwest, anyway, that is.
Really?
Yeah.
I may have
Oh,
to
we
check
may
that
need
out
to-
next time I'm up there.
Yep. I'm just giving a little free plug. If you want to eat good food up in Cincinnati, Mike Fink's is the place to go.
Monty, aren't you going next week to the Rod Stewart concert for y'all summer concert tour?
That is a true statement, Uncle Bradsky. I'm going to go check out Rod Stewart on Tuesday night. He's playing at the Bridgestone, and we've got some VIP tickets where you can all you can eat and all you can drink.
Did you say
But I
Rod
do not
Stewart or
think-
Rob Stewart?
Rod, Rod, not like the impersonator around town.
Okay.
This
Rod
isn't Rob.
Connell.
I think this is the real one. This isn't Rob Connell in some tight pants. I think
No,
this is the
this
real
is-
Rod Stewart. Yeah,
This is
Rob
the real
Connell.
one, Yeah, this is the real Rod Stewart, and he's
Okay.
playing a makeup show in Nashville. That's part of our summer concert series.
Can I just ask, your favorite Rod Stewart song, is it Do You Think I'm Sexy?
I don't know.
he can do that.
Maggie May's a good one, and I like You
Hot
Wear It Well. That may be
Legs.
my favorite. Hot Legs is a good one, and Stay with T. That's what we say. Stay with T. That's our guy, Tony Brooks. We stay with T. That's a
Tony
good one too.
Brooks. Oh,
Y'all know he's an old radio guy.
trust
Y'all
me, I know
Tony
Tony.
Brooks.
Yeah. That's why I was
Absolutely. Tony gets up there. He gets up there front row up there with Rob Cottle, and they all think he's him and the Gypsies, and they think he's the real deal. It's hilarious to me.
Gentlemen, I need to say goodbye. I want to tell y'all to have a happy 4th of July. Really appreciate y'all. And again, we're going over in the hot dog eating contest for Joey Chestnut and the men, and we're going over in the women, correct?
Correct.
And we're fading the Cubs and the Reds.
Fading the Cubs and Reds.
Gentlemen, be blessed. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next week, right?
All right, Johnny. Appreciate
Johnny.
that.
Have a good 4th of July.
Hey, love you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's my boys, T-Money and Bill Brasky, the best in the business. Now, I got to tell you a little secret. You know, it's the 4th of July, and we're going to talk about alcohol. And on the other side, I'm going to tell you where to get all your booze and celebration and party favors from. It is Grapevine Liquor and Wine, but we'll talk a little more on the other side on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When Chef Ryan Trim decided to open 117 Prime, Memphis' premier downtown dining destination, he was determined to make every single aspect of your experience at Prime something unique. You've heard of the huge selection of wine and bourbons at Prime, but they even brought in experts to create cocktails you literally cannot get anywhere else. The Straw Hat with Belvedere Vodka, the Borrowed Trinket with Monk's Road Barrel Aged Gin. That's just 2 of them. There are far too many to be listed here. If you want to try the rest, all you have to do is go to 117 Prime.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to get conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
Babbel's interactive lessons are created by real language teachers and voiced by real native speakers using a modern conversation-based method. So in no time, you'll be speaking confidently about real-life topics in another language.
Nosotras vamos a México en 2 días y ahora hablamos español. Gracias, Babbel. Sí, muchas gracias.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
The Take It On sales event is still going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Go the extra mile with 41 MPG Highway in your 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $259 a month or buy for $17,885. Get ready for your summer road trip with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $359 a month or buy for $25,285. Plus 2022 Outlander. Vacation ready with 7 seats. We Gossett at $369 a month or $29,005. And you'll always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9. Outlander NZO 68336. MSRP 29505. Sport NU 09708. MSRP 26035. G4 NHFO 5848. MSRP 18385. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
but you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I hope you're getting ready for a beautiful 4th of July weekend. Extends all the way into Monday. Hopefully you're off work, hanging out with family, having a little sippy sip of maybe some Tito's or any other beverages. And if you're going to get your beverage and you're going to get your celebration on during the 4th of July, why don't you go to Grapevine Liquor and Wines? It is the best place in the world, and guess what? It's right there at Getwell Road in South Haven. It's 5847 Getwell Road. Head on over there. They have a large selection of bourbons. The largest, actually, I've heard in North Mississippi. They have vodka, Tito's, and more Tito's because I love me some Tito's. They got wine. They got everything you need, nothing you don't. Go talk to my good buddy, Jimmy the Delta Boy. Talk to his staff and get the little special on a 5th of Jack Daniels. $69. It's the $69 special. It's the promo we're running for a 5th of Jack Daniels. Grapevine Liquor and Wine, 5847 Getwell Road. That's 5847 Getwell Road. Grapevine Liquor and Wines. It's going to be a great time. Now, it's time to get out of here. I'm going to miss everybody. I hope you have a wonderful 3-day weekend. I hope Jay enjoys himself a little bit. I hope he wins some more bets. By the way, I got to give a tip of the cap, Jay. Joey Votto home run.
What a prop, man.
Do you know that he went 4 for 4 yesterday, right?
He killed it.
No, you went 4 for 4. No, you killed it, son.
Yeah.
You had the over. You had Joey. You had Contreras. And you had, Marmol?
Christopher Morel and Ian Happ.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Morel. And Ian Happ. I didn't put Happ in there.
That's okay. I don't think I said Happ on the radio.
I don't think you did. But you know what? Hey, man, you're saying it now. Today we have Red Sox and Cubs at 120.
Do you have a bet of the day?
Actually, no. I'm gun shy.
That's fair enough, John.
I'm very gun shy.
I've got enough for both of us, I feel like.
But I like Michaelis, but I don't like the fact that the Phillies just beat. Did you see they scored 11 runs, in the first 2 innings yesterday?
On the Braves, yeah, geez.
Woo, that was a beatdown of epic proportion. Max Fried's on the hill tonight, Braves versus the Reds in the Great American Ballpark. I hope you enjoy your weekend. NBA free agency is in full swing. Peter and Anthony are going to talk about all the action on the other side because grind time is coming up next. For Connor, for Jay, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.